Andrew Silver Fox Hopwood coming to you from the Kempton Oval. We're very excited here at Duff TV. We've been here nice and early, and the sun is out, so the weather is being very, very kind to us. And there is the Central Hawks lineup. There is some very big names around that community. Of course, the Central Hawks is a wonderful, wonderful story in that it originally from the Kempton community. It's a combination of boys and girls that have come together from the Oatlands, Bothwell and the Kempton area, and they are taking on the might of the travelling Kingborough White, and there is their team that has come up to take on the day. So beautiful village here in Kempton, and wonderful day that is expected ahead of us. You can see the umpire / coach for the Central Hawks. That's Damien Borowski. You can see there, he's just looking over to the camera crew up here, of course, just waiting for that red flashing light to give the all clear before it gets underway.
Here we go.
And welcome on board, Duff. This is one of the big games we've been looking forward to all week.
Yeah, no, big build up to this big match, and they're away, the Hawks.
Oh, they certainly are. There is Ruby Wall. You can see her. She's been compared to Cripps for Carlton, the way she plays. She's a no-nonsense sort of a player, but it's picked up here by the Tigers. Go onto that trusted left boot. Beautiful pick up now. Spinning around. Well done there by Elaine Nossiter. Nossiter evades one. Long, towering kick up to full forward. And there's a very strong mark taken by Cowan.
Oh, gun player, this boy.
He looks the good stuff, but there we can see it full back, a strong mark there taken. Don't you love to see the young ones putting the arms up like that, Duff, and trying to take those marks above their head?
Yep, that was a well-flighted kick, but a good mark there going back, so big chance for the Tigers.
It certainly has. It's fall now to Kremer. Kremer evades one, going around, just trying to get the distance, goes the bounce, comes back for a second opportunity, now a third, now a fourth, bit of cat and mouse going on here, evading one, then the other. Will he go anywhere? Takes another bounce, and I think, and quite rightly, the umpire said, I reckon you've had a fair crack at that, son. And so it'll be a free kick there to the Central Hawks. Now, they'd be used to this sort of work, Duff, corralling people like that. They're used to corralling the sheep up in this community. Yes. And I reckon that was a bit of sheepdog trial work right there we saw on camera.
Yeah, a little bit of herding there by the defender, but it's coming back out to Big Cowan.
Here he goes again, and I'll tell you what, he's got the haircut nice and slick, ready for the cameras that are here. And that one has just gone through there for, let's have a look, the minor score. There's a minor score. It is out of bounds, Duff, quite rightly. And isn't the ground a picture, Duff? You and I walked over it, and this is good a condition, this ground. It's as good as Boot Park or the MCG.
Yeah, well, maybe not quite, but no, in wonderful condition, great conditions for football here.
You're doubting the condition of the Kempton Oval, Duff?
Well, there's just a few tyre marks.
Oh, well, a couple. That's just a couple, but there is picked up by Watkins. Watkins takes a bounce. Oh, look, he always looks to share the ball. Very unselfish is Watkins. It's one of the things that they were talking about down at the pub last night. You and I came up to do a recce last night, Duff, and they were talking about Watkins and how he shares the ball. And look at this run straight down through the centre. That is Lang. Lang now evades one, goes the big, long, towering kick. Backing back there is O'Neill. O'Neill is assisted by Lang again, and a lovely left foot kick straight up the centre of the ground. Almost pulls that one in, but goes back. Well done by Mansfield. Mansfield taking the blinkers off and looking to spread that ball very wide, and that's a very nice kick towards Humphrey. The marking skills, Duff, is very, very good for under 8s.
And the kicking skills as well. Look at this. This is another good opportunity here for the Tigers, but you're right. No, the marking and the kicking skills optimum at the moment.
Oh, there is a beautiful mark taken by Haremza, Isaac Haremza. Here he goes now, Duff. He's a fair way out, and he decides to go the pass. And that is brilliant mark there by the Tigers. And so going back is William Cowan to have a shot on goal, and that is there. We see on the Mood Food replay as he goes towards the goals, and he's put it through for the first one for the Tigers. Straight through the middle. Don't you love to see that, Duff? A power forward coming out, duking one up, and then going back and kicking the goal.
Yeah, I think the correct pronunciation there, Andrew, is Cowan. Let's get that right. Of course, that's a famous name from down the Cygnet area. And big football family down there in that area. And just one of the boys here is just having a little moment, but he'll get him. himself into the game very, very soon.
Well,
nice goal there to the Tigers.
There we saw from the Mood Food replay as we checked the Brighton's Best Bakehouse scoreboard, and it shows that the Tigers white very nicely away here at the Kempton Oval with that one straight goal, 6 points at the 4-minute mark of the big game that's coming to you live from the Kempton Oval. And there's another strong mark. And
wow.
That might have been Cowan again. He's a handful, Duff, as he goes back and short pass this time. Very unselfishly tries to find Haremza. Couldn't quite pull it in. And it has just gone through for the minor score. So a few questions are being asked of the Hawks defence at the moment as they try to get that one out. But it's through for the minor score. They're peppering, Duff, other Tigers.
Yes, no, they've really burst out of the blocks here at the moment, haven't they?
And we need to send a bit of a cheerio as well, Duff, to young Seth Van der Laan and Ben Shearer, who normally play with the Kingborough White, but couldn't make it today. Very upset that they won't be on camera, but we send our very warm regards to them. So now it is through the agency of Jackson for the Hawks. Jackson goes the bounce now, looking to find a teammate here. Back up through the centre, and there is a flotilla of Hawks there as they now go through the centre of the ground. I like the way they use the corridor, Duff.
Yeah, no, very direct footy. It's the best way. It's the shortest way home.
It is, and there are the Tigers. There's a pride of them there. And look at the way they spread so beautifully there. Obviously very well drilled by Coach Humphrey, as that is a nice mark again taken by Mansfield. They are sharing the ball around beautifully as it comes in towards the forwards. And this young man, Cowan, he is proving to be a bit of a handful at these early stages, Duff, as that one has been kicked from way downtown and is put through for the second goal for the Tigers.
Wow.
And he is absolutely thrilled with that kick.
He brings his own footy, I think, isn't it? My word.
Yes,
so
but
that's just looking at the stats here on the laptop, 5 possessions already for Cowan.
Yeah, no, he's certainly into this game, as we see here on the Mood Food replay. He just, for a minute there, I thought that was going to be a mark to Kremer, but he just wanted the onion, didn't he, Duff? He actually just was transfixed on the ball, ran hard at it, and took a very, very nice mark and a polished finish as well. So now there is the ball up. Big crowd gathered as well, which is fantastic for these young kiddies, as there is Humphrey. Humphrey circles back around looking for Nossiter. Nossiter drives it in. And we know where that's going to go as Cowan picks it up. Cowan, another long raking kick, comes back over the back. Has it been kept in? It has. And running in towards the goals and just snuck that one through. So good team play there that ends up in a goal to Haremza. So beautiful play there from Haremza, and the big long kick by Cowan as well. So the Tigers are away, Duff.
Gee, such a long road trip to come up from the Kingston area.
Yeah, they would have had a break, Duff. I reckon they would have stopped at Brighton's Best Bakehouse. Probably had one of those award-winning pies. Probably gone for the tandoori chicken, I would have thought. Had a bit of a break, stretched the legs, and then finally they would have come up to the Oval here. They were here nice and early, Duff, as we saw them doing their stretches. So Coach Humphrey is obviously used to the travelling conditions, as picked up there by the strength of Lang, as Lang comes out of the centre and going back. But Bodie O'Neill, Duff, didn't he just take a really, really good mark? You can see that very, very keen there with the Hawks to keep it in their territory, as Ruby Wall fights hard for the ball and she ends up with it. Here she goes now. We know that she's going to look to go for someone. You can see them just starting to spread now. An option was there for Archie Lang, so Oliver and Archie are about it as it goes back further. And a bit of a kick there, well played by the Tigers. They're at the bottom of the fall of the ball. And they're charging through now. So 8.5 minutes gone. Goes the bounce. Just a little bit soft under there, Duff, isn't it? And Oliver Lang, big long kick. He is a big cut of a lad, is Oliver Lang.
Yeah.
You'll see quite a variance, won't you, Duff, in the under-8? Some kiddies sort of grow that early stages.
I wonder if Oliver's related to the big Brad Lang. He used to play in the ruck for the Devils in Glenorchy going back a few years.
Well,
good chance, I'd say.
We'll have to find out, as Archie Lang was there who kicked that one in. But Bodie O'Neill, Duff, he has taken a couple of wonderful marks down back, hasn't he? Just fantastic
He's like
performer.
Like the general down there.
He very much is. And Ruby Wall, she's quite influential as she tries to get that ball out. There is Hudson Watkins. He goes over to try and pick that one up. And look at this. Great spirit. He's got it again. There is Watkins, as he always looks to bring in some of his teammates. It was a really lovely effort. Couldn't quite get it to the area of danger that he wanted to, as Watkins comes round again, and he'll go long and hard. Here is Lang. Lang goes the big kick at end over end, but O'Neill, he's just like the Rock of Gibraltar back there, Duff, isn't he?
Like I said, the general, and a nice pass.
Beautiful pass.
Under a lot of pressure there coming out of the back line.
Certainly was.
Got it away to a teammate.
Yes, that was Humphrey. Humphrey crossed the half-back line. Back to Kremer. Kremer turn of a pace. Let's see if he can be Corral. I tell you what, he's run a while, Duff.
I'll tell you what, he has.
Very generous by the ump. You know he's going to go left and right. Try and corral him in. He goes to go. Oh, no, he's gone again. He'll go back to the left, back to the right. Look for the handball, son. Oh, he's gone the pass out wide. That was very, very resourceful as he tried to find Haremza. And it's gone a bit wide. Oh, there is the siren for quarter time, and what a cracker of a start we've had here, Duff.
Oh, it's been a great opening. I just feel as though they're getting the ball out of the middle. Nice. A few times just a little bit easy there for the Tigers, and of course they've got that potent forward line. But the boys and girls will swap around in this second quarter, so anything can happen in the next 3 quarters, Andrew.
Oh, very much so, Duff. And William Cowan has got a couple, I think, Isaac Haremza, who slotted that last one through, as the players come in now and have a well-earned break. And we thank very much indeed, Duff. We are here today because of the Sheep Station Cup. Now, the Sheep Station Cup, of course, is an annual Invitation Farmers Golf Day held up at Bothwell. And it supports local schools and charities, and sponsorship is from the Elders ANZ and the CBA. And the current champion stuff, of course, are the Weasel Plains and Eldersley Livestock, and it's played at the oldest golf course in Australia, at Ratho Farm Golf Course. And our other very, very dear friend, of course, is the Rosetta Group. Started their humble beginnings 50-odd years ago with Rosetta Plumbing. Jeez. They certainly now have the Tas Gas Centre, where they are gas fitters and air conditioners with Hobart Air. Rosetta Hydronic Heating. That's a fantastic heat, Duff. You get those pipes go right through the house, so it's constant all the way through. And of course, they always do the big jobs through Cook and Dow, and combination with them and Rosetta Plumbing for major construction sites. So we thank them ever so much for having us up here for the day. So, Duff, I reckon, what about we take our first break for the day, and we'll be back, ladies and gentlemen, for the action in the second quarter very shortly. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Kempton Oval. It's beautiful surrounds. It's one of the more picturesque football grounds in Tasmania, Duff, isn't it? As we just look out to the side, you can see the rolling hills. It's such a pretty little town.
Beautiful spot, isn't it?
No doubt about that. And what are we? We're about 50-odd kilometres to the north of Hobart. I think 36-odd kilometres to the south of Oatlands. And the Central Hawks is an interesting club, Duff. Of course, it was formed out of bringing all the kids from the community together. So it's a bit of a combination of boys and girls from Kempton, Oatlands and Bothwell. And we really great that the volunteers had the foresight to form this club so many years ago to give all these kids a place to play football, Duff.
Yeah, very important, isn't it, for their footy development, just as development as young children as they grow older, and it's a great thing to do on a Sunday, playing footy with friends.
Absolutely, and there was young Watkins just bursting their way out. They're starting to spread just that little bit now, the Hawks, but it comes back down to the Tigers. That might be Sure that that white Guernsey there, Duff. I'll have to get some clarity on that one as we go forward. I reckon that might be one of the people from the Central Hawks who have just decided to swap over. And isn't that great? That's what happens in junior footy, because they've got they've got a couple of extra players. So let's get them on. Let's don't let it sit them on the sides.
Well, it would have been good if that happened last night for the St Kilda Saints. There's my mic. We've got it back now. Did you see the footy last night? The Saints were terrible. Maybe Sydney could have loaned St Kilda Saints a few players. Maybe that's something that you could bring up, Duff. I like that concept. As Humphrey bursts out, goes the bounce, and there's a big kick towards the goal. He just ran out of steam, I reckon, there, Duff, because by gee, he ran so hard. And again, it is through for the minor score. The Hawks go the kick. That could be problematic, I reckon, Duff, as it didn't go that far, unfortunately. And chopping off there is Xavier Humphrey, and what a great celebration. It's the old aeroplane there, Duff. He very much enjoyed that, didn't he? He did. I remember the exhilaration that you get, that feeling down your body when you kick a goal. It was a lot of fun, wasn't it? Oh, yeah. Now, you've kicked a few in your day, Duff. There's no doubt about that. As we saw there, Riley Wolfman came in to try an assist, and I reckon there's a great learning experience there, Duff, isn't it, for the young Hawks? Maybe just come out to that 10-metre area next time, just to give yourself a little bit of room. Yep, definitely. Anyway, the ball is back in the centre of the ground, and the Tigers, they're somewhat fleet-footed through the agency of Edward Lang. Goes long and hard, looking for Humphrey, and why wouldn't you? Fighting very hard is Hudson Watkins at the bottom of the pack. He's an absolute ripper there as he's just going back. Also helped by Riley Wolfman as umpire/coach Damien Bagorowski just throws that one up, and there is a nice kick. Comes out towards Smith. Smith now picks this one up. He's been waiting for this big kick, and well played by Smith. It was worth the wait. Beautiful, towering kick. Tries to find Madison Cole on this particular occasion. Tell you what, she's pretty fleet-footed and very excitable, as you can see here. But Hudson Watkins, down back, really supplying a good contest. Look at the ferocity there, Duff. That was brilliant play there. And handball, beautiful play there by Harry Clark. You mentioned before, you said, watch out for Harry Clark, Hoppy. He always looks to handball. Yeah, I saw him in the warm-up. He was handballing a lot. He's a very good little footballer. So there is Humphrey for the Tigers, going end over end, but Hudson Watkins, he has been absolutely stoic down back, the way he has repelled attack after attack after attack. And here is Madison Cole. Gets it back out to Ruby Wall. Those two young ladies are teaming up beautifully now, Duff. Yeah. Here she goes. She's about to have a kick, and it is a ripper long to those wide open expanses of the Kempton Oval. But Lang is back there. The Tigers are setting up very nicely behind the ball, Duff. Yeah, they look very fit. We mentioned that early in the first quarter. I mean, they've had the big road trip up. They've just jumped out of the big team bus. Yep. And you would not think that they had to get up so early, and they're electric today. They certainly are. It is a big ask, and they are up for the challenge, as here come the Hawks. Need to get their foot on it. That is Jackson, Antoine Jackson. Now he gets around for a kick, Duff. Goes on the big left footer. Goes as far as Lang for the Tigers. Lang. Now they long raking kick. Have a look at the ferocity there. They're really fighting for the ball. But it's this young fella here, Hudson Watkins, who's been very, very good across half back as he looked to find Jackson. And that's beautiful. Look at that. Good interception there, Duff, wasn't it? No, they're starting to show a bit of grit here, the Central Hawks. He's just been encouraged to try and get that kick away. Now he does. Further afield to Archie Lang. Lang now gets a nice long kick. Spoils it. That was very much like a Jonathan Brown, wasn't it? Running into the pack like that. Yeah. Look at the determination and the run. They're just not giving up. It's that never die attitudes that you'd expect from the Central Hawk stuff. Yeah, no, they've come out at quarter time. I've got a feeling the coach might have had a bit of a word to them at quarter time, saying, come on, we need to try harder than this. And they're really showing a great bit of grit here in the second quarter. They are, and this young lady, Ruby Wall, she's been terrific, but it goes down here to William Cowan,
who's dropped down towards the half-back line, and he is somewhat of a formidable player in the under-8 competition here. You can see that plenty of people here watching the kiddies and encourage them. And that's what you love about the under-8 division, don't you, Duff, in the juniors? The encouragement is there for everyone.
Yeah, and the other thing I like too, Andrew, is that in the STJFL they have zones.
Yes.
So you've got the 3 different zones, so there's not a lot of sort of packed footy or congestion. And you'll find that the ball flows around and everybody gets a go. Here we go, the Central Hawks.
Yes, they do. And this is Lang. We know he's very much one of the prime movers is Oliver Lang, but in his efforts to try and get their first score for the day, it's just gone off the side of his boot and it's out of bounds. So it's going to be a free kick here to the Tigers as it's been passed back there to Brodie Kremer. Kremer always looks to survey the situation. You can see that Haremza's loose, but he decides to hug that boundary line, looking for William Cowan. Beautiful performance by him to pick it up, because that was pretty hard to go against Lang.
We might get Jerry to actually keep the stats on young Cowan. Now we know that his father, we're just getting a text just coming in here. His father in the under-8s in the STJFL had 41 possessions in a game so far, once. And I'll tell you what, he's on track to break that record as the Tigers have kicked another one.
They have kicked another one. Beautiful kick there by Rosetta. I love the way he just squared his shoulders up on that one, Duff. He ran straight at the goal, not around the body. You see in the AFL, no nonsense in his lilac boots. Manicured beautifully, because you see here on the Mood Food replay, it was Humphrey who got the kick here. And look at them running in numbers. A good shepherd was provided. Just looked around there, Duff, didn't he? Just to see that he was clear, and then took off straight towards the goals, as we saw there on the Mood Food replay.
So just touching back on that stat I was talking about, yeah, young Paul Cowan back in the 90s had 41 possessions in an under-8 game. So I'm not sure about, we'll get Jerry to look into how many possessions young Cowan out there's had. I reckon it's up to about 8 or 9 at least.
Oh, I would have thought so, no doubt about that. Yep, you could be quite right, but here go the Tigers. I think that's Rosetta again. It's come right over the back, and look at that, waiting on the line, Duff, is Lukey Mansfield, and he has bludgeoned that ball straight through the high diddle. And another goal to the Tigers. They're having a ripping first half, Duff.
Yeah. No, they're definitely playing very well out there. But I've been impressed with the Hawks in this second quarter.
Oh, yes.
They've had just as much of the ball. They had that chance on goal before with Lang, and it just went to the right. But no, they're playing very well.
We can see there that was robust play there by Riley Woolman, who tried to stop it, and then the ever reliable Hudson Watkins down back. That's a good move. I like Madison Cole back in the ruck, Duff. She's a ripper, isn't she? She'll try and get them moving, as now they do, just providing the shepherd. Jackson. Oh, look at Jackson. That's great play. Looking now over towards Smith. Smith just hooks that one over the shoulder. Here comes Jackson again. Jackson, we know, he likes to get that kick out if he can. He's going to try and evade one, just keeping the ball nice and high out of the clutches of the Tigers. Oh, feinted the dummy kick. I like that manoeuvre. And running hard toward the ball there is Oliver Lang, the burly one there, and Felix Williams also chasing hard down back. But it is the Tigers who get that one out. O'Neill takes the nice mark. They are marking the ball and kicking the ball to precision, Duff, aren't they, the Tigers, at this early stage of the game?
Well, they don't rush it.
Yep.
They just look up, and they don't just blast away. They always try to find a teammate.
Very much so. That was great kick. Comes out towards Humphrey. Humphrey goes the bounce, but due to the pressure by Hudson Watkins, and Watkins comes up with the ball. He's a ripper, Duff, down back.
He's
absolute
the,
ripper.
Just about the leading possession winner at the moment for the Hawks.
Yep.
Watkins.
Trying to be corralled yet again as it comes towards Jackson. I'm sure that white person is, it might even be Dominic Batt, I'm not sure, but there is the siren for half time, and I tell you what, Duff, that's not a bad toop. Look at that.
Yeah.
Shave nice and close around the front so you can see what's coming, and just leave a little bit of excess out the back, just flowing in the wind. It is, according to the Brighton's Best Bakehouse scoreboard, the Tigers, let's have a look at there. They are 6 goals to 38. Central Hawks yet to score, but it doesn't quite seem like that, does it, Duff? It seems quite even in general play.
No, like I was saying, the Hawks really were getting their hands on the ball that time. They just need to be a little bit cleaner going forward. No, good quarter there by the Hawks. I reckon the coaches will be very happy with them.
Very happy indeed. We're going to take our second break in the Barwick's Wholesale Retail Landscape Supplies STJFL season, of course, thanks to our partners IGA. Of course, 88 shops all through Tasmania. Your Hobart Health, 71 Bathurst Street. If you need a doctor after hours up till 10 o'clock, Your Hobart Health is the place to go. Bennett's Petroleum and Mood Food, of course, just a couple of kilometres up the road here in Kempton, that fantastic facility. And of course, we stopped at Brighton's Best Bakehouse on our way here, so we thank them very much. We're going to take our half-time break and we'll be back with the second half very shortly. Isaac Haremza. Here he goes now, Duff. He's a fair way out and he decides to go the pass. And that is brilliant mark there by the Tigers. And so going back is William Cohen to have a shot on goal, and that is there we see on the Mood Food replay as he goes towards the goals, and he's put it through for the first one for the Tigers. Straight through the middle. Don't you love to see that, Duff? Yeah. A power forward coming out, duking one up, and then going back and kicking the goal. Yeah,
I think the correct pronunciation there, Andrew, is Cowan. Let's get that right. Of course, that's a famous name from down the Cygnet area. And big football family down there in that area. And just one of the boys here is just having a little moment.
And this young man, Cowan, he is proving to be a bit of a handful at these early stages, Duff, as that one has been kicked from way downtown and is put through for the second goal for the Tigers. And he is absolutely thrilled with that kick.
He brings his own footy, I think, isn't it? My word.
Yes,
so
but
that's just looking at the stats here on the laptop, 5 possessions already for Cowan.
Yeah, no, he's certainly into this game, as we see here on the Mood Food replay. He just... For a minute there, I thought that was going to be him running in towards the goals and just snuck that one through. So good team play there that ends up in a goal to Haremza. So beautiful play there from Haremza, and the big long kick by Cowan. Really lovely effort. Couldn't quite get it to the area of danger that he wanted to, as Watkins comes round again, and he'll go long and hard here. Sorry, Lang goes the big kick at end over end, but goal, he just ran out of steam, I reckon there, Duff, because by gee, he ran so hard, and again it is through for the minor score. The Hawks go the kick. That could be problematic, I reckon, Duff, as it didn't go that far, unfortunately. And chopping off there is Xavier Humphrey, and what a great celebration. It's the old aeroplane there, Duff. He very much enjoyed that, didn't he?
To actually keep the stats on young Cowan. Now, we know that his father, we're just getting the text just coming in here. His father in the under-8s in the STJFL had 41 possessions in a game so far, once. And I'll tell you what, he's on track to break that record. The Tigers have kicked another one.
They have kicked another one. Beautiful kick there by Rosetta. I love the way he just squared his shoulders up on that one, Duff. He ran straight at the goal, not around the body. You see in the AFL, no nonsense in his lilac boots. Manicured beautifully. Because you see here on the Mood Food replay, it was Humphrey who got the kick here. And look at them running in numbers. A good shepherd was provided. Just looked around there, Duff, didn't he? Just to see that he was clear, and then took off straight towards the goals, as we saw there on the Mood Food replay.
So just touching back on that stat I was talking about.
Here go the Tigers. I think that's Rosetta again. It's come right over the back. And look at that, waiting on the line, Duff. So welcome back to the Kempton Oval, where the players have had their well-earned half-time break, and I reckon they needed it because the pace of this game is very, very fast. So I reckon they would have had a few electrolytes just to sort of keep the batteries charged. They're very, very fit, these young kids. They've been training very, very hard, and I know that the Central Hawks have been running up and down the hills that we can see around us. So I expect them to really work hard in this second half, and maybe they might make a bit of an assault on the scoreboard, but the Tigers have been irrepressible so far, and here they go again. That is Kremer who gets it out, You can see now a couple of moves as O'Neill's gone down forward. Beautiful evasive skills, goes the bounce. He's trying to get around 3 players. Well hemmed in there by Lang to go for the goal, but just to the side and through for the minor score. And again, it's another bright start here for the Tigers. Just a little bit of breeze starting to get up now. You'll see that from Archie Lang's mullet just sort of flowing. Instead of having a windsock, we have the mullet that we'll go to. So when you want to know how strong the breeze is, Duff, just zoom in on Archie Lang's mullet if you wouldn't mind, please.
Okay, I'll try and do that for you, Andrew.
Very, very good indeed. So here come the Hawks, coming out from fullback. Only goes as far as Edward Lang. And through for, that's Lang with a E, Duff, not Lang with a G. And through for the minor score. So we've got a few Langs playing around. Isn't that just a great shot there, Duff, of that historic grandstand? And they're the hills that we spoke about a few minutes ago that we know some of these young kiddies were running up in their pre-season.
Oh, geez, is that what they do to them? My word.
Yep.
That would get you very fit, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I was talking to Coach Damien Begorski, and that's what he said. He went up and down there. Oh, look at that play. That's very, very nice play. Harrison Smith with a very good mark. Goes the long one, looking for Archie Lang. He goes in hard. Now he picks it up. You can see here he gets a nice kick too. Goes straight up.
Oh, here he is.
But beautiful play by Hudson Watkins. He's the young fella who's got a bit of toe about him, Duff.
Oh,
look at him going there, and you can see here with the hands out by Felix Williams. That was a good shepherd provided by him. And that's 4 or 5 kick stuff, and they only unfortunately got to the centre, but didn't they link up beautifully then, the Hawks?
No, they're playing with a lot of confidence now, the Hawks.
Yep. And that kick, probably the Tigers is going just that longer kicks, aren't they, Duff?
Yeah, that's something they must practice a lot at training. Like you said, they've been training since, what, about December?
Yeah, no, we went down and spoke to Ashley Humphrey, as you remember. They were on the beach down there at Kingston doing a few bit. They always start with their traditional triathlon in December.
Yeah. Do
the under-8s. So they did that, and then they have the barbecue at the surf club, and I went down and had a look at them train, and I was most impressed.
Yeah, well, here they go again.
Yeah, so it is Hudson Watkins with the big kick, and there is Dominic Batt fighting very hard, the young fella. Of course, he was one of the chaps that went across and had a kick with the Tigers as well, which we like, as O'Neill marks that very strongly. Here he goes now, just evades a couple, needs to get a bounce up, and he does so, gets the kick off, goes towards the goal, and he put it through, I think, Duff. Bodie O'Neill, that was just beautiful play. Yeah. He just had the goals in his sights, didn't he?
He was under a lot of pressure, took a bounce, evaded one, and had the poise to look back up and think to himself, gee, I've a big chance here.
You see here on the Mood Food replay, Duff, a lot of kiddies get to there and they do get that corralled situation, but he had the deft touch to just go on one side and the other, a bit of a shimmy, didn't he, just to weave his magic and go through the attacking Hawks that were coming up into his face. So well done, as we saw there on the Mood Food replay. Good play, and the Brighton's Best Bakehouse scoreboard does tell us that the Tigers have a very nice lead at 7:3:45. Central Hawks yet to score, but I tell you what, Duff, they are still getting a lot of the footy.
Well, they haven't dropped their heads. They're trying.
Oh, very much so.
They've got the talk going. Oh, that's a great mark going
It is a very, very strong mark, as we saw there, taken by Mansfield. He's been good at both ends. We saw there in the Mood Food replay, under a lot of pressure, sliding in there, couldn't quite get it, was Watkins, as it is Oliver Brown now getting into the game. But it's Oliver Lang now, picks it up, long raking kick, getting down towards more the centre half forward position. And 3 players there for the Hawks just didn't quite come up to the ball. Maybe they just need to lead up that little bit more. I'm sure they're working on that. But back here is Archie Lang, gets it over, of course, to Oliver Lang. They're teaming up very nicely, Duff.
Yeah.
Long kick out towards that wing position. Tigers now have the numbers.
Cowan.
Yeah, they're spreading very nicely, Duff, aren't they?
Oh,
they're not crowding the ball.
The kick of Cowan reminds me of that player of St Kilda, Robert Harvey, the beautifully weighted kick.
Yep. So there was O'Neill. He's been dispossessed by Archie Lang this particular time. Well played by him. He hooks it around the body, and Hudson Watkins with a lovely mark. Now we see the Hawks. They're coming up now. Oh, it could get to them. There is Woolman. Overruns it, unfortunately, and Ruby Wall tries to assist. She's been terrific. And Madison Cole, she's one to watch, Duff. I reckon she's got a big future in the caper.
Yeah, no, very promising.
And now it is Hudson Watkins, big long kick. Dominic Back tried to get there for the Hawks but couldn't do so, and streaming out here is Haremza. Goes the long raking kick. The hands of Edward Lang there were up, and it comes back to Harrison Smith. Harrison Smith, he gets the kick, but it was blocked that particular time. And look at the Tigers go and run. Oh. He's going to keep running. It'll be in Oatlands in a minute, Duff. As the long kick, that left footer going towards the goals. It might run, and it does. It goes through, and there's the handstand. Go again, son. That's a ripper. Gee whiz. And Edward Lang, didn't he love that one, Duff? We can see here, have a look at him go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, he goes for the bounce and gets a lovely kick. That's a tough kick on the run, Duff. As he's put that one through for a very, very nice goal.
They must also practice their gymnastics down at Kingborough.
Well, Duff, absolutely. And what I've liked about the Tigers, it's the goal kickers have been shared right through the team. So there's been no hogging of it at all. They've looked to really spread the ball, haven't they?
No, they're definitely on fire today.
Yeah, they are having a very good day. Well picked up here by Cowan. Gets the ball towards, Lang. He's almost been dispossessed. Well done there by Oliver Lang, trying to just hold him in, but well played by Smith. Unfortunately drops it. Oh, there's a great handball that comes over towards Kremer. I think the umpire just said there, Duff, that didn't quite get the handball away. Maybe it could have been a throw. Good umpiring as Harrison Smith has taken that one. He looks for Oliver Lang. He's that very big, strong, burly lad. Oh, that one's gone off the side of the boot. But have a look at that, Duff. He's recovered it beautifully. I reckon that was a ploy. That was a set play, I reckon. He's done that in the backyard, kicks to himself. Well done to Hudson Watkins, and here they are streaming around as Madison Cole tries to get the ball. Beaten to it this particular time by Isaac Haremza. Haremza now going deep into that attacking area. Here is Lang. We know he can run with the ball, Duff, and he's a good left footer. Oh, goes towards the goal, and he's put it through for a goal. That's his second, so 2 goals in a row for Edward Lang, and he's having a real purple patch.
Yeah, very sharp shooter. Some players are like that, aren't they? You know, they get around goals and you just think he's going to kick this one.
Oh,
he's
yes.
going to kick this one.
Look at his eyes, Duff. He really, and how clean was he below his knees? That's the one thing, if you are watching out there, all the kids, I know it might sound boring, but just get your footy and get someone to throw it at you below your knees and pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. And if no one's there, just throw it against the wall. That's the way you improve. So Brodie Kremer takes that one and runs with it. And they said, let's just try and tap that ball, which they do so brilliantly, out to Haremza. Haremza goes the kick, but coming out at centre half back, taking a wonderful, wonderful mark is Oliver Lang. Lang looks to spread the ball now, looking for Madison Cole. She has that never give up attitude. Oliver Lang goes back, beaten to it by Edward Lang. Appealing for it here, but just play to the whistle, son. That's what you need to do. And here he is, Hudson Watkins again. He's somewhat diminutive, Duff, isn't he?
Yeah, I'd say that just after Cowan, he's probably the second highest possession winner on this ground. If we just look down at the laptop, Cowan's got a little bit quiet this second half. He's up to 19 possessions. So, yeah, no, it's getting very close between those two.
Yeah, very much so. As we can see, there is Dominic Batt. Batt picks that one up. Booming big kick. Oh, I just thought for a moment, Duff, here is a big chance, but Mansfield just plucked that one out, didn't he? That was such a good mark. So well played there by Mansfield, who now gets it to William Cowan, but the siren has beaten him before he can go further. As we can see in the backdrop there, the construction of the new skate park that's going in here at Kempton. That's going to be another great facility, Duff, isn't it?
Oh, I'll tell you what.
Look at that. Just fantastic. So, three-quarter time that sees the Brighton's best bakehouse scoreboard. The Tigers are 9-3-57. Central Hawks yet to get off the mark. But I tell you what, Duff, it's been a very entertaining match so far.
No, it's been a great game. And, you know, as we said, the Tigers have been training since December, so they're very, very fit. They're very, very quick. The Central Hawks are, they've been very, very plucky in that third quarter, and I've got a feeling that they just might have a goal coming their way in this final quarter.
They might just, that might be just to get them rolling, Duff. Get that first one, and you never know. So we can see there that Super Coach Damien Begorski is just sort of starting to move those magnets around at the excitement of the kids. So while he does that, Duff, you and I might have our last spell for this match. It's the under-8s, and don't go too far from your television screens or your devices, however you are watching Duff TV, because we've got a huge day here for you. The under-9s, 10s, I think 12s coming up later. But we'll take a break now and be back with the last quarter very shortly.
This program brought to you by IGA, where the locals matter.
Having trouble finding an after-hours doctor for your family? Sometimes we need medical assistance when everything is closed. In the Old Bridges Brothers Building, 71 Bathurst Street, After-Hours Dr Hobart is open every day till 10 p.m. Phone for an appointment or book online. And for added convenience, you'll also find your Hobart Chemist also open until 10. When minor accidents and illness happen, we're here for you. After-Hours Dr Hobart and your Hobart Chemist, open till 10 p.m. every day.
Best Bakehouse, love that homemade taste. Brighton's Best Bakehouse, delicious in every way. Loving the taste, love it homemade, their own recipes, freshly baked. Brighton's Best Bakehouse, love that homemade taste.
So we're back here at the Kempton Oval for the last quarter of our first game for the day. It is the under-8s, and we're very, very pleased to be bringing it to you. I tell you what though, Duff, last night I was at my humble home at Cremorne, and the wind and the rain was just hitting it very, very hard, and I was wondering if we'd get the game in today, but hasn't the ground come up a treat?
Oh, yeah, no, it's come up beautifully. Perfect weather up here in Kempton.
Isn't it?
Oh, it never blows up here, Andrew.
No, well, it's got its own microclimate. Might be cold in Hobart, but it is beautiful here at Kempton as Archie Lang goes that long kick to looking for Felix Williams. And I think Williams might have been, yes, he has taken that mark, and now he decides to play on, Duff. He's getting closer to the goals. If we can look over Madison Coles there, if he can spot her up. Gets the handball now. No, he doesn't. He's going to try and go the kick, and it goes there just for the minor score. But they're up and about now, Duff.
No, they're on the board. They've broken the duck. And they're
well
away.
played. Well played by them. As I tell you what, though, it was a great lead by Madison Cole. She's always the consummate team player, isn't she, Duff? The sacrificial leads, the 1%ers.
Yeah.
She's all over that, as racing towards the ball is O'Neill. And I went out and had a little listen to Damien Begorski.
Oh,
and
how'd he go?
he was very positive, Duff.
Yeah.
Very positive. He said, although we hadn't scored, he was most impressed by the way they're looking for each other. He said, keep it up. and things will come our way. You know, very impressed by the way he spoke to the kiddies. As that one goes toward the line, it's going just out of bounds now, I think. And you can see there that the enthusiasm by Ruby Wall, the way she just came in and attacked the footy. And I think Ruby's going to get a kick here, Duff, and try and get the Central Hawks to mount an assault on their goal deep in their defensive area.
Yeah, I like her down back here. She's got that big kick, and that's a good kick to advantage for their team.
Yeah.
They're away here, the Hawks.
Yeah, it comes out towards Clark. He's a bubbly sort of rooster, isn't he, Duff?
He's got the big smile.
And have a look at him. He's just taking his time. He says, no, I'm going to go laterally. And then he just sort of skips back. Didn't worry about that. But the Tigers are able to pick it up and just barrel that one through, Duff. So they're pretty happy with themselves. I'm not sure. I think it might have been Haremza, but we'll see there on the Mood Food replay. And there it is, the big celebration. What do we call that? The walrus celebration, Duff?
The big chest.
The big chest.
Yeah.
Have a look at that.
I think big Cowan, wasn't it, who kicked the goal there, I think.
It was Cowan, you're quite right. Wasn't sure if it was 38 or 48, so William Cowan.
He's up to 31 possessions, so he's closing in on that record.
Yep, he's got his third goal, Duff.
Has he?
So he's got 3, Lang's got 2, and then it's singles to Humphrey, Nossiter, Mansfield, Haremza, O'Neill. All we need is Kremer and Brown to get a sausage, and everyone's got a goal. I'm sure that Coach Humphrey will be trying to share that ball around. So it's back up because we played 10 minutes per quarter. That is a good a dodge and evasion skills than you ever want to see at any sort of footy. As running hard as Riley Woolman, beaten to it that time. There were 3 from Kempton. As now bouncing it is Haremza, and Haremza comes straight into goal because of that pace stuff. Was electric, and Isaac Haremza has slotted through his second goal.
How about that evasive work coming out of the middle? We might
watch this one. There it is. That was very good play, because to get past Hudson Watkins, you have to be very, very good. You can see that. Look at them all trying there, Duff. There are 3 players there from the Hawks, and they just couldn't catch Isaac Haremza, who had good pace. And beautiful finishing skills to push that one through. We'll just check the Brighton's best bakehouse score. It shows the Tigers 11-3-69 to the Hawks with that 1 point which they got just a few moments ago. There is Nossiter, gets it down here now. Kremer, we know he'll probably be rounded up. Goes the bounce, could get the handball over the top. Should go the pass here. He does so. Tries to get that short pass, and
pass.
It is. Finds Cowan again. You know, Cowan's going to come back inside and look for the goal. And there is William Cowan. He's really making a statement here, Duff. Do you reckon he could be in line for the Beakley Award?
Yeah, I do. For the under-8s.
The under-8 Beakley. They really enjoy that celebration.
They do.
Good play by the Hawks. I like the way they went back in defence. Very happy young lad is Harry Clark. He just sort of skips towards the ball and always a smile on his face. That'd be a dream team to coach. But I just love the way they go about it in the under-8 stuff.
That's good footy, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Terrific.
Very
footy.
entertaining. Here they go again, the mighty Tigers.
Yeah, the mighty Tigers get that bounce out of the middle. And you can see there that
the Hawks were having a chat.
The Hawks, unfortunately, the Hawks there, Duff, they were having a slight powwow and how they can stop and repel that attack, and all of a sudden they looked up and, oh my goodness, they said they've started to play.
Yeah, well that was fair enough. They were talking about the game.
Oh yeah, no, they weren't talking about what they're going to do after that. They weren't saying, oh, let's go down to the Kempton distillery or anything like that. They were saying, let's see if we can stop this. And Wolfman tried to find his teammate there, but look at that play by William Cowan, Duff. Interception play. That was good, wasn't it?
This will be possession number 34. He's after 42 possessions to break the STJFL record in the under-8s. I think he might have just missed that one. So we'll get our statistician Jerry just to keep a count on that. 34 possessions. He's got 8 to go. I
have to say, Duff, since that gentleman there, that goal umpire's come in, he's been very impressive. He has been very impressive. You watch next time he hits his chest and he explains to the kiddies, he gets the thumbs up. I'm most impressed by his work. So here is Ruby Wall looking for Woolman. Couldn't quite pick that one up, but you know that Harry Clark's going to keep going as he goes back. Look at him going laterally. He says he wants to go a handball. He's just sort of saying now, you give it to me, and it'll be a ball up. So just to tell him to swap around. But he's a consummate team man, isn't he, Duff, Harry Clark?
Yeah, no, he'd be a great player to play with.
No doubt about that. Here go the Tigers. Quick bounce. Now they're going to take the long kick. Oh, could let that one go. Oh, well played in the last line defence by Woolman.
Yeah.
He gets the left footer. Unfortunately, only goes as far as Haremza. And Haremza has put that one through. So they're putting him to the sword in this last quarter on the scoreboard. Not in general play, though, Duff. Again, they've looked likely, have the Hawks. They just haven't been able to get it across the centre. But I love the way that they look to share the ball, Duff.
Very team orientated. You've always got to share the ball around with your teammate. It's always not about you, isn't it, Andrew?
Well, as Coach Begorski said, when you go out there, always think, how can I make my teammate a better player? And that's what they're always trying to do. As coming out of the play here, Haremza gets it back out to Cowan, and Cowan goes towards the goal. And I think the hands go up, Duff. He's put it through. Lovely kick there by William Cowan. Well.
Gee. Raining goals.
And there is his dad, Duff, having that German spy. Have a look at him over there.
What's that?
He's having the pie. His dear old dad, Paul.
Oh, you've got the shot of him down there.
There he is.
Yeah.
Just having a pie. I tell you what, we'll murder one of those later on when we go and see Gabriel in the tuck shop. She does a great job in there, doesn't she, Duff?
Oh, Gabriel, yes. She's got all the salves and the pies on in there. We might go in after this match.
We don't care if the game's late. We're just going to turn the cameras off and halt to play while we can go over to the canteen. As here come the Tigers again, just a little bit loose. You can see that the Hawk stuff, if you pan that camera around, they almost set up a wall in the last line defence. But the only problem with that is, Duff, that it allows the Tigers to pick the ball up and bring it towards goal. And there is Brodie Kremer's goal. He has finally put that one through, so excellent work by him, Duff.
Yeah, no, they're raining goals in this last quarter. I think they've got the breeze, and also it's slightly left to right with the
it is
tilt on the Kempton ground. Now, what's the Kempton ground? Has it got an official name?
It's a very, very good question there, Duff. We'll bring that for you. There's a plaque we can see just over there. So
I've got one for you.
I think I know where you're going on this, and I concur.
Mood Food Oval.
It is the Mood Food Oval.
Oh, here we go.
So look at the Hawks. They've got it out as they pick the ball up. There's a chance as Felix Williams picks it up. Go the other way, son. Here he goes. Madison Cole's there to lend support. Goes the bounce. He's going to line this one up. Has a kick towards the goals. It's through. It is through for a goal. Felix Williams has dobbed that one through, Duff. That's a great goal.
Geez.
Great sportsmanship here, wasn't it?
Right towards the end of the game. It's, well, we were saying that.
Look at them there, Duff. The Tigers are waving to the cameras.
Yeah, they were caught napping.
They were caught napping. They were having a meeting as well. They thought to themselves, we were going to go after the game and celebrate. We might slip down to the Brighton's Best Bakehouse and have a pie. And then, what do? We go to Mood Food, have a play on the gym out the back. Oh, knock out, here come the Hawks, and they've slotted it through. So I reckon there'll be a statue in the main park of Felix Williams today, Duff, after that one.
I tell you what, we'll get Jerry to make a special note of that one, Jerry. We might just upload that as a little individual clip during the week, because that was very, very funny.
Yes, so as we leave, of course...
But a great goal, Andrew.
Oh, yes.
I mean, they're easy to miss.
They are. I'll tell you what, Duff, he was very, very good. Here they go again. Now they're starting to get a wriggle on. Oh, that's unfortunate. I reckon they could have come back from there, Duff, if the quarter gone that little bit longer. But it's all over here at the Mood Food Oval, and we see that the Tigers white, Duff, have just come out in front with a 15-5, 95 to 117 victory. Goal kickers for the Central Hawks, Duff. Felix Williams. And look out. I think Dominic Batt's going to be lifted up. Oh. They are cock-a-hoot. How about that? He might have been playing it. There he is. He's being lifted off the ground for Kingborough white, Duff. It was William Cowan. He had got 5. 3 to Isaac Haremza, a couple to Edward Lang, then singles to O'Neill, Mansfield, Nossiter, Kremer and Humphrey. So a very entertaining game here, and in the under-8s. And again, our very warm thanks to Sheep Station Cup coming out of Bothwell. That game, of course, is played at the Rappo Farm Golf Course, Duff, where they raise such good funds for different charities in that community. And the Rosetta Group, we'll talk more about them, Duff, but what a great game it has been. We're going to take a break here, Duff, because we've got such action aplenty coming. It'll be under 9s, which will be back very, very shortly here at the Mood Food Oval, which we like, as O'Neill marks that very strongly. Here he goes now, just evades a couple, needs to get a bounce up, and he does so, gets the kick off, goes towards the goal, and he put it through, I think, Duff. Bodie O'Neill, that was just beautiful play. Yeah. He just had the goals in his sights, didn't he?
He's under a lot of pressure.
A lot of the footy.
Well, they haven't dropped their heads. They're trying.
Oh, very much so.
They've got the talk going. Oh, that's a great mark going.
It is a very, very strong mark, as we saw there. Here is Haremza. Goes the long raking kick. The hands of Edward Lang there were up, and it comes back to Harrison Smith. Harrison Smith. He gets the kick, but it was blocked that particular time. And look at the Tigers go and run. Oh. He's going to keep running. It'll be an Oatlands in a minute, Duff. As the long kick, that left footer going towards the goals. It might run, and it does. It goes through, and oh, there's the handstand. Go again, son. That's a ripper. Gee whiz. And Edward Lang, didn't he? Here is Lang. We know he can run with the ball, Duff, and he's a good left footer. Oh, goes towards the goal, and he's put it through for a goal. That's his second, so 2 goals in a row for Edward Lang, and he's having a real purple patch. Addison Coles there, if he can spot her up. Gets the handball now. No, he doesn't. He's going to try and go the kick, and it goes there just for the minor score, but they're up and about now, Duff.
No, they're on the board. They've broken the duck. And they're
well
away.
Played. Well played by them. As
advantage for their team. Yeah. They're away here, the Hawks.
Yep, comes out towards Clark. He's a bubbly sort of rooster, isn't he, Duff?
He's got the big smile.
And have a look at him. He's just taking his time. He says, no, I'm going to go laterally. And then he just sort of skips back. Didn't worry about that. But the Tigers are able to pick it up and just barrel that one through, Duff. So, and have a look at him. He's just taking his time. He says, no, I'm going to go laterally. And then he just sort of skips back. Didn't worry about that. But the Tigers are able to pick it up and just barrel that one through, Duff. So they're pretty happy with themselves. I'm not sure. I think it might have been Haremza, but we'll see there on the Mood Food replay. And there it is, the big celebration. What do we call that? The walrus celebration, Duff?
The big chest.
The big chest. Yeah. Have a look at that.
I think big Cowan, wasn't it? Who kicked the goal there, I think.
It was Cowan, you're quite right. Wasn't sure if it was 38 or 48, so William Cowan.
He's up to 31 possessions, so he's closing in on that record.
Yep, he's got his 3rd goal, Duff.
Has he?
So he's got 3, Lang's got 2, and then it's singles to Humphrey, Nossiter, Mansfield, Haremza, O'Neill. All we need is Kremer and Brown to get a sausage, and everyone's got a goal. I'm sure that Coach Humphrey will be trying to share that ball around. So it's back up because we play 10 minutes per quarter. That is a good a dodge and evasion skills than you ever want to see at any sort of footy. As running hard as Riley Woolman, beaten to it that time. There were 3 from Kempton. Is now bouncing. It is Haremza, and Haremza comes straight into goal because of that pace, Stuff. Yeah. Was electric, and Isaac Haremza has slotted through his 2nd goal.
How about that evasive work coming out of the middle? We might.
What's this one? There it is. That was very good play, because to get past Hudson Watkins, you have to be Kremer. Kremer, we know he'll probably be rounded up. Goes the bounce. Could get the handball over the top. Should go the pass here. He does so. Tries to get that short pass, and
pass.
It is. Finds Cowan again. You know, Cowan's going to come back inside and look for the goal. And there is William Cowan. He's really making a statement here, Duff. So they're putting him to the sword in this last quarter on the scoreboard. Not in general play, though, Duff. Again, they've looked likely, have the Hawks. They just haven't been able to get it across the centre. But I love the way, when you go out there, always think, how can I make my teammate a better player? And that's what they're always trying to do. As coming out of the play here, Haremza gets it back out to Cowan, and Cowan goes towards the goal. And I think the hands go up, Duff. He's put it through. Lovely kick there. Chances. Felix Williams picks it up. Go the other way, son. Here he goes. Madison Coles there to lend support. Goes the bounce. He's going to line this one up. has a kick towards the goals. It's through. It is through for a goal. Felix Williams has dobbed that one through, Duff. That's a great goal.
Geez.
Great sportsmanship here, wasn't it?
Right towards the end of the game. It's, well, we were saying...
Look at them there, Duff. The Tigers are waving to the cameras.
Yeah, they were caught napping.
They were caught napping. They were having a meeting as well. They thought to themselves, we were going to go after the game and celebrate. We might slip down to the Brighton's Best Bakehouse and have a pie. And then, you know, what do? We go to Mood Food, have a play on the gym out the back. Oh, knock out, here come the Hawks, and they've slotted it through. So I reckon there'll be a statue in the main park of Felix Williams.